Hey, how y'all doing? It's Saturday, baby. And down here in South Texas, it's a pretty Saturday. The sun is shining bright. Temperatures could be a little warmer for my taste. We're going to be in the low 70s, they say. Right now we're in the 60s, so it's still a little bit of chill in the air. I know. But I hope the weather's fine wherever you're at, and I hope you're enjoying a little bit of this weekend as much as you can. So, anyway, what's going on? Well, there's a lot of shit going on, so I might have to start picking up the pace a bit because there's shit happening every day. Well, this morning I woke up and I want to be proud to say that again I saw Beto O'Rourke on my Facebook page there, going live. And what the hell's going on? So I went there to check it out. And Beto O'Rourke and several other senators and congressmen were in Tornilla, Texas, at a facility there that holds the children that have been apprehended at the border. There's over 2,700 kids in this facility. And if you're asking where Tornilla, Texas is, well, you ain't the only one. Everybody has to ask where that is. It's about an hour's drive outside of El Paso. In the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. It's run by contractors. Yeah, because that's what we do. We contract shit out, so, the Border Patrol is running it, but there's been contracted out for a lot of services there. And they were talking about how degrading it was to have these children in there, but that they mentioned that the cost of that facility is $1 million a day. $1 million a day. Now, any 2,700 kids, anybody want to do the math on that? Why don't we just put them up at the Ritz-Carlton? It would be cheaper. Why don't we get them a nice Holiday Inn? We'll rent the whole damn building. Give them room service. It still wouldn't cost $1 million a day. I make this fall into that thing I was talking about the other day when you have government contractors. I have never seen a more piranha type people in my life. You got a contract with the government, they will suck everything the government has, everything they can get, every dime. $1 million a day, you bet your ass. We're trying to save the kids. There's a lot of things we could do to save those kids. But we're not doing them. We're putting them in internment camps. And if that isn't enough to really shake you really to the bones there of what we're doing. They had a story that they're writing the number on their arm. That number is your number in line to ask for asylum. And the story was about a mother and daughter team that had consecutive numbers, 2,173 and 174. Numbers on their arms. I don't know about you, but that just strikes. That's just that's something that just you've seen before in history. It's not bad enough that we put them in cages and we raise Cain about now they're going to put numbers on their arm. Write this number on your arm, baby. That's your number. You don't have a name. You don't have a soul. You have a number. Beto and the other senators were talking about the pressure that was put on by the public that stopped the kids in the cages for a while. And that public pressure needs to keep going. Why do they build a facility way out in the middle of nowhere? Isn't there a better system than writing a number on an arm? There's got to be. And we've got to find it. And it's our voice and our vote that makes that change happen. And change is happening more down in Texas. You bet we're all up in the news today. Are you shitting me? A Texas judge has ruled that the Affordable Care Act it will be struck down because during the last big tax bill that the Republicans passed for the richest people in this country, part of it was a repeal of the personal mandate, mandating that you had to get insurance, that everybody has to get insurance if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, you go to an exchange, you get help, you get health insurance. Everybody gets health insurance. Pre-existing conditions, don't worry about it. No lifetime limits on care and stuff like all of that was part of the ACA, the Obamacare, that we are so proud that he passed. But this judge says, well, if you say that the individual mandate is unconstitutional, it makes the whole law unconstitutional, strike it down, it's going to have to go to the Supreme Court. You know, the Supreme Court that gave us Citizens United and shit like that. So it's going to have to go in front of the Supreme Court. Our voice and our vote, baby. What is it? Elections have consequences. We took the House, baby. And it's never going to be more important to start fighting for the rights of every American in this country. And those are kept in camps and have numbers written on their arm, or kids that have a pre-existing. You have pre-existing conditions. We all have a pre-existing condition. They want to go right back to it's profit care, baby. It's not health care. We don't have health care. The Republicans are fighting for profit care, baby. It's the health care lobbyists. It's the pharmaceutical lobbyists that write the laws that our congressmen say they're putting on the floor of the Senate to and they give it neat names, you know, like freedom this or Americans with health care or some bullshit. While they fight desperately to take those rights away from you. There's so much shit going on with this administration that we know impeachment is on the table, baby. We know it. We see it every day. There is not a single Trump, fill in the blank, admin, presidency, organization, freaking charity, I don't care what it is, the transition team, the inauguration thing, it's all under criminal investigation. Everything this man has done has been a crime damn near all his life. And we're all getting excited because, oh, look here, we got him on campaign finance laws here. We're going to get him for paying off a hooker. That ain't going to do it. That's bullshit. That's just a minor little thing. You got to remember, twice before in our recent history has impeachment been used. Nixon resigned. He was not removed as president. He resigned. But the reason he resigned was he faced the certainty. Excuse me. He faced the certainty that he was going to be removed from office. And they did that because through the House of Representatives, they started impeachment. And there were still Republican senators holding out. Sound familiar? Well, we're going to protect the president. Nixon didn't do anything. This is bullshit. Until they continued to fight. Until the people continued to fight. Until people like John Dean started stepping up and speaking out, the White House counsel. And it was forced Nixon to resign, but only after the Senate Republicans were forced to turn on him. Because when it came down to the tapes, when they're discussing $1 million in bribe money in the Oval Office, it kind of shot Nixon right out of the sky, baby. The writing was on the wall. There wasn't a Republican in the Senate that was going to stand by him with those words coming out of his mouth. So Nixon resigned. He flew off in his little helicopter. And the board pardoned him. End of story. Oh, no, wait, Clinton came along. Oh, what? Whitewater? Oh, shit, let's investigate it. We need a special counsel. We need to investigate the shit out of Whitewater. And Travelgate and everything else we could find out. So they did. They got a special prosecutor. And didn't find shit. That investigation went on for 2 years, more than 2 years. Went through 2 special prosecutors. And it was almost dead in the water until they found a blue dress. They found a blue dress, and they caught the president in a lie. He did not have sex with that woman. That was a lie. And he suffered for it. He suffered impeachment for it in the House of Representatives. That would not happen today in this Me Too movement. This would not happen today in an age where women are empowered to speak up and demand justice. No, Clinton would have had a different outcome if it would have been today. But he was not removed from office. It went to the Senate. The Senate refused to indict him. And he served out his terms. Damn good president, too. Because people forgave him for sex. He had sex with a woman. He lied about it. Well, of course he would. That's what men do, ain't it? But today, we face the same situation. So when you get excited about the Stormy Daniels and the Playboy model getting paid off, and now we got him. No. You could impeach him in the House. You can impeach him in the House. But they wouldn't remove him in the Senate. They would not indict him in the Senate. So you have an impeachment, and he goes along his merry way. That's what could happen. It's not until you convince the senators, Republican senators, to stand up against what Donnie has done. And that brings in the rest of Mueller's investigation. All this money laundering, all these, now with the inauguration, the trying to profit, attempting to profit off the office of the president. There's going to be investigations into Russian money, into Saudi Arabian money, into Chinese investments in Trump properties, so Donnie can go out there and get on Twitter to request that the United States buy a bunch of ZTE products so we can boost jobs in China. Sounds like bribery to me. It does, plain and simple. We saw it happen. Chinese invest in his property. He gets on Twitter. We see it with Mohammed bin Slicin. They say, oh, they give me lots of money. You know, we really like those people. And let him get away with murder. He's an immoral asshole. If everybody didn't see it the other day, I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure I said it at some point. I saw, what's his name, Tubin on CNN. He's a legal analyst. Can't remember his first name. Anyway, Rick Santorum was there chatting up about Donnie and how he's making excuses for Donnie about the payment and how it's not really illegal and it really doesn't matter. And Tubin turned around to Rick Santorum right there live too. He said, how amazing to listen to Rick Santorum, who made his entire career successful for a time on the basis of morality in politics, making excuses for paying off porn stars and women that he has had affairs with. I brought up that because I brought up Rick Santorum before because nothing points to more hypocrisy of the Republican Party than Ted Cruz and Rick Santorum, who sell their values for $1. Remember, Ted Cruz, vote your conscience, vote your values. He's a disgusting turd. Oh, he won. Oh, bow down and kiss Donnie's ass. Rick Santorum, the same way. He ran for president on the idea of morality in the White House. Morality. And now he gets on TV and he defends this immoral asshole with every fiber of his body the whole time, having a little shit-eating grin on his face. He uses his religion to fool people. I'm a great guy. Remember, I'm a good guy at morality. So hey, if I don't think it's immoral, it's not immoral. We'll give him a mulligan. Let him go on. You know, we're getting money from him. It's for sale, baby. Everything's for sale. Well, I see Mick Mulvaney is going to be the temporary chief of staff for Donnie. He is the Office of Management and Budget guy, and he doesn't really want the job. He's going to take it acting until Donnie can find somebody he can beg to take the job. Nobody wants your stupid job, Donnie. Like I said, nobody wants to jump on board a crashing airplane that's going down in flames, baby. Nobody says, gee, I want to get on that airplane. He's a sinking ship. He's a barge full of crap that is fixing to list and just go over, baby. Because that's what he is, a load of shit in our house. Ryan Zinke's going to resign. He's going out the door in the middle of a bunch of ethics investigations. Give up. I'm going to get out of here. You take my money and run. By the end of they don't want to serve in his administration. The only ones that are the ones that are making money for themselves in one fashion or another. Every one of them that works for this man leaves with an asterisk next to their name. 2 generals, baby. Two American military generals have an asterisk next to their name now. Thank goodness John Kelly's getting out before the big explosion happens. Run, John, buddy, run. You've already damaged your career enough. Well, I've seen on Fox News that they were talking about how Melania has been the most treated as bad. Nobody's been treated as bad as Melania. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? We don't have to look far to find out how the right treated Michelle Obama. Kiss my ass, Fox Spews bullshit mountain. Oh, we're picking on Melania. I try to lay off as much as I can, but I remind people, baby, you cannot find porn pictures of Michelle Obama on the internet. You can't find a picture of her naked. Go look up a Melania, baby. See what you see. And tell me. Sorry. Anyway, I was glad to see Beto O'Rourke and I don't even know how to say it. Tornilla. Nobody knows how to say it because nobody knows where it is. I was glad to see him there. Still standing up for the things that matter. For the things that matter in our country, and we all have to fight for it, or this whole damn thing goes down with Donnie and that big crashing airplane, baby. Stock market's falling again. People are recognizing. Republicans are starting to back away from him. Nobody wants to be his chief of staff. Why? Because they all recognize a stinking con man, a traitor to his country. And that's what he is, and that's what he will be removed for. Not for screwing around. Hell, they'll love that. Just like the Clinton folks forgave him for his. Trumpers will, oh, it's just a porn star. You know, Melania doesn't want to do anything anymore. They sleep in separate bedrooms. I don't, like, all that kind of shit. You see it at his rallies. You see women up there. Donnie, you can grab me anywhere you want. So they will forgive him for that. They don't care. But money laundering, thieving, lies, Russian involvement, Saudi Arabia, those are the things, baby. Those are the things that can bring down the president. So those are the things that we're waiting on Mueller to come out with. They had some mystery thing in a courtroom the other day. They cleared the whole damn floor. Are you shitting me? Hell yes, there's big stuff going to happen. Because their whole family is nothing but a crime syndicate. It has been for a long, long time. And all of it's fixing to come unwound, and we're all going to be out there for the show. Anyway, that's all I got. And there's going to be more tomorrow, baby. There's going to be more every day until we get him out of our house. And so the necessity of staying involved and staying informed has never been more important. Nixon resigned because of public pressure that was put on the Republican senators to defend an illegal man in the White House who was making deals with bribery and stuff in the White House. They turned their back on him then. We got to do the same thing with this one. We have to do the same thing. We keep the pressure on. We keep highlighting the crimes and keep pointing them out and forcing every Republican senator in there to stand up for their country. Ask every Republican and conservative in this country to stand up for your country and convict a man when he's guilty. And I think this is what Mueller is going to prove, that he is guilty. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. John Bernabal, Blue Dot in Texas. I want to thank all those Patreon members there. We have 166 Patreon members. And that just tickles my heart. For those that donate $1 or a little bit more on our Patreon, it means the world to us. And if you enjoy this show, if you enjoy our message and want to keep it going on, we ask you to go by and join our Patreon page and donate $1 a month and all that. It goes a long way. I can't stress that enough in making life bearable and keeping us going here. Anyway, Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube, John Bernabal on Facebook, John Bernabal Speaks, Blue Dot Family. Remember, tonight at 6 p.m. this evening, Central Standard Time, JBS is going to go live on their Facebook page, and I will be there. And the whole crew, we're going to have a little family party there celebrating over 10,200. It might be up to 3 or 4 now. I didn't check this morning. They're growing rapidly on our family page over there at JBS, Blue Dot family page. So I'll be there. Candy will be there. Joe Riddle will be there. Andy Pagoda, keep your ass out of the damn hospital, please. But torment them all you can while you're there, buddy. Get out of there and go home. And take care of yourself, buddy. We need your voice. Anyway, at Blue Dot in Texas, on Facebook, out my truck window, anywhere else, we can keep the message going, baby. It's going to start stepping up. And it's going to be our involvement that is going to cause this to have the right outcome. And I'm proud of that. I want you to be proud of it. A lot of us old folks remember when Nixon went out and how we felt when we saw those Republican senators start to turn against him and stand up for this country. And we can do it again, baby. But we need the help of a lot of youngins out there. When I say youngins, I consider anybody under 40 to be youngins. So stay involved. Talk to your compadres, your buddies, and your friends, and keep the issues at hand. And be willing to stand up for this country. And if we all do that, baby, well, we have a bright future to look forward to. And because it will get better, baby. It will get better. Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.